Hey Jarvis Jr., please block 2 hours on my calendar for filming this video. And please do research on advanced prompting techniques to minimize hallucinations and add it to my notes. Set a reminder for me to review it later today. Just like that. The magic of AI. No fancy clips and pins, all old-fashioned phone. But now, before anything, we need to talk about #1 productivity tool. Drum rolls, calendar. The truth is that tools and methods change, but calendar is the oldest productivity tool tested both by history and time. And I will show you how this analog calendar connects to my digital Notion calendar, who is kindly sponsoring this video. Mapping out the whole year and having this panoramic view just reduces so much of mental load, trying to remember important dates and times. Plus, life is not just about work. I can see now vacations, birthdays, school time, weddings, anything that is going to happen this year is available to see for the whole household and is not just sitting on my personal calendar somewhere tucked away. And if something changed on this analog calendar, I can just literally say, hey, please change traveling to Tech Chill. Instead of 15th, move it to 17th of April. And you probably heard this concept of time blocking. So the big calendar allows you to block times at the high level. And then we go in the Notion calendar, and once again, for blocking chunks of time on my digital calendar, most of the time now I use Jarvis Jr. and I just speak to it. Plus, in the Notion calendar, you can quickly create your time availability for scheduling meetings. The best part? If you're already using Notion, now you can connect your projects to your calendar. Notion calendar is completely free and you can download it from the description box below. Last year, I tracked 617 hours of my work using software called Rise. Looking at my own graph, one of the time drains was scheduling events. While we are all waiting for AI pins and wearables, one of our team members built Jarvis Jr. I click one button and I tell it what to do. It's no-code automation that anybody can use and tweak to their liking. We are considering to make it available, so if you are interested, check the description box below in case we published it already. But now there is another huge problem with all the time management systems. We humans are horrible at estimating and predicting time, with some studies showing that projects take over 50% longer than initial predictions. So you would think, like, of course, AI could help us here, right? Wrong. This study identified 3 main issues preventing an accurate AI time estimation model. First, insufficient details in project data to break down into granular tasks. 2, high variability across projects and small sample size of only 12 past projects to train on. So it all comes down to the lack of quality data. But hey, we have tools like Estimate AI that can estimate accurately the time it takes to finish a project just from a few sentences. Of course, I'm kidding. Remember that stamping AI on absolutely everything? Sometimes I really think that AI startups or people behind them assume that people don't use any common sense at all. Anyways, but to estimate semi-accurately how long a project takes, I borrowed a formula from my past life as an architect. And I promise you this is going to be extremely useful to you, both for time management, but also if you consider doing any type of renovations in your life. As architects, when we purchase floor tiles for our clients, we always order 25% more than what we actually need based on the floor plan. Tiles come in defects, they get damaged during the transit, and also when you need to navigate corners or little details, you have to break tiles, so naturally you will lose some of them. In architecture, we would apply the same rule to the project and also the budget. We would add 25% more time and also estimate the budget 25% more expensive. But now there is a paradox here. Because if I give you 2 weeks to finish a project, it most likely will take you 2 weeks to finish. But if I said I need this by the end of today, you might be able to finish it by the end of today. So how do we solve that? For day-to-day tasks, I give myself 25% less time. But for big deadlines, I add 25%. And here again, I go analog. While Rise is tracking everything in the background, I can't be bothered to go and click buttons or download apps and set reminders that now I'm focusing for an hour. I use this little thingy, clock, old-fashioned, works every single time. I just set the time, and if I think that something will take me 1 hour, then I set 45 minutes for that. And I just place on my table and I forget, and it rings like mad when it's over. I guess you can see the pattern. All good calendar and all good timers. Now your goals are scheduled in a calendar and you semi-okay estimated your deadlines. The real life hits, and you now have 10 urgent things and then another 10 distractions fighting for your attention. And even if things end up in a calendar, the tools like Rise will actually show you where your time gets wasted. Look at the data, and if you notice small time chunks on meaningless clicking around, pay attention to that and look for AI solutions to help you with that. And in our case, Jarvis Jr. is no more than no-code automation made with make.com, but it works and it's useful. And of course, you can find loads of AI tools and GPTs on the site like thereisanaIforit.com. This is the largest AI tools aggregator. But again, use your critical thinking and consider that probably half of those tools are inflated promises and absolutely useless. While everyone is screaming at you to use this AI or that AI tool, to stay focused, this is what I use. First of all, Notion Calendar will show it to you in your top bar. What is your focus right now? And the time you have left on that specific time block. Rise uses AI to detect when you get distracted, and it will notify you as well. And to become aware what distracts me, I installed an app called 1 Sec, which pauses me before I want to open an app and tells me how many times I tried to open the same app in the last 24 hours. And it works both on your iPhone, and also there is a Chrome extension for your web browser. There are app blockers like Opal, which will completely block your apps. For example, when I'm working, certain apps are completely blocked. I can't open them, and I do miss out on a lot of messages, but my team knows that if I'm working, I go into kind of like either editing cave or I'm in a focus zone, and it's really hard to reach me. But also, don't be harsh on yourself regarding focus, because big tech companies and all the apps on your phone, their main purpose is to get your attention. And if these little apps don't work, what you can do is to turn your whole phone into dummy phone. And I included a link in a video description explaining how to do exactly that. But now look, even if you become the ultimate productivity machine powered by AI, the fact is that AI is not going to only affect how we work, but also what we work on. And I think you might enjoy this video where one of the greatest minds predicted everything what we're saying today and what NVIDIA CEO told what's important for kids to study now.